From the moment you're placed in a mansion shrouded in darkness, Out of Sight presents a deeply unsettling, but oddly charming, twist on puzzle-solving horror. You're not just guiding a frightened little girl through shadowy corridors. You're doing so while viewing the world through the eyes of her teddy bear. It's a concept that sounds whimsical, but quickly becomes eerie and captivating. With clever puzzles, a haunting atmosphere, and a story that unfolds more like a dream than a traditional plot, this short experience offers plenty. But is it enough to justify the price tag? Let's talk about the perspective shift that captivated me and the narrative gaps that left me wanting more. In a vast, eerie mansion, a young girl named Sophie finds herself utterly alone and engulfed in darkness, unable to see anything at all. Suddenly, in a bizarre turn of events, she gains the ability to see through the perspective of her beloved teddy bear, whom she affectionately calls Teddy. Taking this strange twist in stride, Sophie clutches Teddy and embarks on a terrifying adventure through the halls of the mansion, ever cautious of the ominous presence of her captors that lurk in the background.
You can be our eyes, and I'll get us out.
While playing the game, you will control Sophie's legs and Teddy's eyes. However, it won't be an easy stroll through the messy hallways of the mansion. Nearly every step forward will present a small puzzle, requiring you to set Teddy down and operate levers and doorknobs with Sophie. Some of the puzzles utilize similar mechanics, yet they were all unique in one way or another, creating an excellent blend of difficulty and originality. The story unfolds in a unique and unconventional manner, not through the use of books or written notes. Instead, it's revealed to you as an imaginative crayon drawing on a wall, or as snippets of overheard conversations while you navigate through the hidden passages. It's up to you to gather and connect the fragmented clues obtained throughout your journey to piece together the story.
You know perfectly well that the ritual works better with ideal conditions.
Hunting down all the favorite toys of past children who never escaped the mansion is entirely optional. You can only pick them up when Teddy is not in Sophie's arms. So if you want to collect them all, it's helpful to explore the area a bit before setting him down. At the very least, you receive an achievement for each toy you find. Out of Sight has a well-earned ESRB rating of E. The language is clean and appropriate, with the primary concern being the eerie areas and the presence of some ghostly figures that you encounter while navigating through various levels of the game. Certain scenes may be a little scary, depending on how fearful the kids are. I would love to hear any thoughts or questions you have about the game or my review, so please leave me a message in the comments below. And while you do that, let's move on to my final thoughts and ratings. Out of Sight introduced an intriguing second-person perspective mechanic to navigate the game. That was what initially attracted me to it. Playing as Sophie while viewing everything through Teddy's eyes created a wonderful experience, and it was very easy to engage with. The puzzles were fantastic, perfectly balancing challenge and solvability. I appreciated how many of the puzzles might appear similar, yet each one involved different solutions. However, the limitation on creating so many unique puzzles may have contributed to the game's short length. A few puzzles took some time to solve, but I managed to complete the game in 3 hours.
Did we do it?
The visuals of the game presented an odd mix of bizarre horror. Sophie's size compared to everything around her felt inconsistent. In some places, she was way too small, while in others, she was just right. It almost makes me think that Teddy's eyes didn't function like ours do, but instead created a warped reality for Sophie to navigate. The captors were grotesque, but undeniably human, and much larger than Sophie. Additionally, the manor designs were dark, spooky, and occasionally confusing. The world through Teddy's eyes was quite a trip. The overall story left a lot unanswered. I grasped the gist of it, but I was still left with numerous questions by the end. The story wasn't presented directly to me. It was almost like it was unfolding in the background. My main objective was to get Sophie out, but I was curious about why she was there and what her captors were really up to. It was a quaint little story, but I would have liked to know more. And with that, it's time to put these thoughts into numbers and ratings. The visuals were good, bizarre, and fitting for the theme. I'm giving it a 3. The story felt lacking by the end. Too many assumptions on my end to put it together. That's a 2.
The moon
moon is almost at its zenith now.
Gameplay was great. Although it was short, there weren't any dull or annoying sections to play through. That's a 4. Not much replayability. Although a very interesting game, once was enough to experience everything it had to offer. That's a 1.
Almost got you.
I had a decent amount of fun with the game. Some shocks and some thinking. It had a steady pace to keep me entertained all the way through. It's getting another 3.
He might be here somewhere.
Giving Out of Sight an overall score of 2.6 out of 5. Earning it a spot on my mid-shelf. It's a short, eerie puzzle game I'd recommend. However, the current asking price feels steep for what the game has to offer. I finished it in 3 hours, but didn't find every toy. If you want to spend time completing everything, you may get closer to 5 hours by searching every nook and cranny. But if nothing I've said piques your interest, check out my list of reviews over there. We can certainly find something you'd want to explore.